What's going on, world? DS1 Ross. We back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to the masculine mercenaries. One love to the madam mercenaries, man. And we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Make sure you hit the like button if you tuned in at this time. Make sure you hit the like button. Share the show. Also share the show. Hit the like button. Share the show. After you do those two things, CashApp $SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. CashApp $SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV is where you can donate to the show. It will be posted going across the screen during the whole show. Shout out to the brother who donated, who hit the Cash App. Shout out to Kingfish, who hit the Cash App. I appreciate it for starting it off the right way. Shout out to Mega Montana for hitting the super chat. I appreciate it. So at any time during the stream, y'all can hit the links. Cash App is on the screen. Also, all other donation links will be in the chat. Now, tonight, I'm going to give my perspective on this whole conversation that's been going on here in the manosphere space. And before we do that, salute to the red pill manosphere, man. Salute to the red pill manosphere. And, you know, everyone's conversation, of course, has been, not everyone, but a lot of people has been drawn off of Kevin Samuels' content. You know, shout out to Kevin Samuels. You know, he been doing his thing. Can't front when a brother doing his thing. Salute to him. And people are having this conversation about value, you know, high value men, high value women, what makes you high value, what types of, you know, what do high value men prefer? You know, this whole conversation about value. So I proposed a question. You know, we keep talking about high value men, you know, value, value, value. But high value to who? You know, the prom porcupine, you know, he's been running around, you know, playing tag along as far as talking about, you know, black men and their image and their value, basically. And my thing is, who are we becoming high value for? See, because when I listen to a person spewing a narrative, I try to gather their underlying message. You know, I try to gather their underlying message, and I want to know, who are you high value to? We need to step our game up to become high value, but become high value to who? To who? You or her? You or her? You're becoming a high value man. You should be a high value man for you or for her. Your importance of becoming a high value man is for you, for your benefit, for your self-gratification, or are you doing it so you can satisfy her? And in return, you can feel satisfied as a man. See, these are the questions that need to be posed when guys run around trying to spew narratives. Who are we becoming high value for? For what? For what? Because when I hear dudes say, yo, if you want a badder chick, you gotta step your game up. You gotta make more money. You gotta look better. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And that's fine. But you're doing all of that to get her. So you're not becoming a better man for yourself. You're doing it because you know that that's the criteria to getting her. You know that that's what she wants. And as we've been seeing, these, gynocrats have been all on social media crying about the value of black men. Oh, I don't want no 9 to 5 dude. I want a boss. I want a dude that's running his own businesses and getting his own money, getting fast money, waking up every day, getting a bag. So this is what the conversation is being pushed toward. See, this is why I always tell y'all, you have to sit back and analyze what is a person's MO. What is the purpose of you doing this? And what is the outcome when you do this? You see? The whole self-improvement argument have become tainted now. Because now I really see what a lot of the other guys outside of the masculine mercenaries speak on when we speak on self-improvement. We speaking on leveling up to get a chick. Not leveling up because that's what we want to do. Leveling up because we know that there's a consensus amongst a certain group of black women. They want a certain group of, they want a certain level of men, of black men. So if you want these women, you need to do this, that, and the third. You see? So what they're doing is they're subliminally promoting a feminist narrative. They're promoting a feminist narrative. And how are you promoting a feminist narrative in the manosphere, where it's supposed to be about men's rights? This is why I tell y'all, man, y'all gotta be careful. Y'all gotta learn to have some discernment. Stop listening to people for entertainment. Stop listening to them for entertainment purposes only. Let me correct myself, because I listen to people for entertainment. But you can't listen to them for entertainment purposes only, because you get lost, and then you don't see these dudes' agenda. You see? And this is why they talk shit about other black men in this space who are not doing what they're doing. You see? because they're becoming these high value men to get these women, because this is what the women want. You see? This is what's going on. This is what they're talking about when they keep having these conversations about high value men. And see, the reason why they're shaming black men who are not jumping on that bandwagon with them, they're shaming us because they're only doing what those black women are doing. They feel like black men who are not playing their game will never be on their level. AM was just talking about this. And so was BJ. Shout out to the bishop. He was just talking about this too. How we're always, and shout out to the pimp god. They always talking about this today. How black women perpetually see black men always as children. We're always a boy. We're always boys. So what most black mothers teach their boys, they teach us to work for them. And that is what these guys do. They work for women, knowingly or unknowingly, but that's what they're doing. And they're shaming the other guys who don't want to do this. You see? Shame those guys. You know, call those guys broke. Call those guys unachieved. This is what the prom porcupine has been running around doing, throwing shots. Oh, dudes, you know, these guys not this, and these guys are not that. They're doing this for a reason. That's because we won't get in line with them. Because we know when they say high value men, well, they know that we know what they're doing. They know. You see? Because if being a high value man was strictly about you, the females wouldn't have to be a part of the conversation. Let me repeat that. If they were actually teaching black men to become high value for themselves, right? Then the woman's perspective would not matter. Asking women what they think wouldn't matter because it doesn't concern them. See, because what most black women don't understand is when you dealing with a guy who's about something, who does have accomplishments and continue to achieve and to gain things with loyalty and respect, you're going to automatically receive things from that man. So his value has nothing to do with what you want from him. It has nothing to do with that. See, because that's the basis of what the conversation is about. It's about what black women need and want from black men. So since they're saying we need this from y'all, they got these puppets telling black men that this is what they need to be. Because that's what they want. And if we want to fix the black family, We need to do what black women want us to do. Hold on. But when they wanted to fucking get welfare, they wanted to kick us out the fucking house. And they did. So they got welfare. So where's the logic? Where's the logic? Black men have been doing what black men wanted forever. And look where we are. What? What are y'all talking about? Black men are the highest, have the highest percentage of being stepfathers. So that means black men are acquiescing to women that comes as a package, her and her children. Black men are accepting that because they want to fix the black community, and they know that a lot of dudes either abandon their responsibilities. A lot of these black women baby fathers got killed. See, nobody talk about that aspect either. It's not that dudes left their children. I know a chick who got three of her. She got three kids. All three of her baby fathers got killed. All three of them. So that's why she's a single mother. All three of her baby fathers got murdered. They didn't leave. They didn't run off. They didn't go get some other chick pregnant. They got killed. They got killed. Black men been doing what black women wanted. What are y'all talking about? You gotta accept my kids. All right. Come on. I'll take care of all y'all. Black men been doing that for forever. When have black men haven't did what black women wanted? Oh, I know. The infidelity part. A lot of black men are quote unquote cheaters. What men don't cheat? What men don't? So name a time when black men have not acquiesced to black women. When? When? I bet you they can't tell us. I bet you they can't. I bet you they can't. Half the broads that come on here are single mothers. And they end up getting with a nigga who don't care about them having a child. Black men been doing that. Some black men are turn around and marry that woman, knowing that she got two children that's not from him. And then have his own children by her. And if he can't, just raise the other two children like they're his. Black men been doing this forever. What are you talking about? What are y'all talking about? So who are we raising our value for? Ourselves or her? Because we've been doing shit for her for too goddamn long. We've been following her blueprint. That's why this shit is the way it is. Because we've been following her blueprint. But y'all still telling us we need to follow her blueprint. We need to follow her blueprint because she got the money. Because she got the connects to the money, right? She got the connects to the money because she has the agency. So that's why you pushing that narrative. Because they know black men have always followed them. How the fuck y'all say black men have never had power? We've never built nothing. But then turn around and say, we need y'all. We need y'all to come back to the table. Let's work this out. Black women really want to be with black men. What? 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 See, I get it. I know why y'all doing what y'all doing, and I said it before. I get it. But don't keep running around here pushing, talking this high value shit. Because if you high value for somebody else, you're nothing but a utility. You're like you're like an expensive lawnmower or some shit. You know? She can cut her grass better fucking with you. You're just an expensive tool by saying you're a high value man, but you have no value to yourself. Because everything you do is predicated around how somebody else sees you and how someone else is going to accept you because you have what you have. So what you become is you become a prisoner to her vanity. Go check out the stream, Stop Investing in Her Vanity. I did a stream about that. This is what these guys are. They're slaves to women's vanity. Women being vain, that is their nature. That's why they put the makeup and do all that shit. That's part of who they are. That's part of who they are. Always critical on themselves and their looks, and that's who they are. That's women. That's women. See? Go check out the stream. You cannot save her from herself. I said this already. These dudes are trying to tell the men in this space that we can save these broken women from themselves. We cannot. When you try to save a gynocrat from herself, in turn, she destroys you. Or you self-destruct because you're going to burn yourself out. This is why the conversation that they saying, you know, on the business side, keep getting your bag. But as far as a progressive conversation, it's not progressive to me. Because it's based in what women want. And black men have been giving women what they want for too goddamn long. You see, in the prom porcupine, he's a walking contradiction. He's a walking contradiction. He's the same one that says black women feels entitled. This is the shit he used to say. Black women feel entitled. Black women are spoiled. Black women need to grow up. Oh, but now black men need to step their game up to give black women what they need. Oh, really, nigga? I see how we playing though. This is a game. This is the game. I get it. See, because I understand when y'all have this value conversation, your value is based on her criteria. See? It's like a job. If you don't match her requirements, you don't get the interview. You see? So they're telling black men, hey, black men, if you want these kind of women, if you want to do this and do that and do this and do that, well, then you need to be like this. But time and time again, we always see those quote unquote high value women always reaching back down to fuck with dudes for any reason. Perfect example, Angela and Ghost. Now, according to these guys, Angela from Power would be a high value woman. And she's a Latina. So she will be considered high valued. She'll be considered a high value woman. Right? All right, go, Professor. Salute. Salute to everybody in the building. Salute to Great Britain. Appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit that like button. So, based on when you look at the profile of Angela Valdez from Power, she's a high value woman. And she's an 8, 9, or 10. I give her like an 8. And I wouldn't even give her an 8. She's not even really an 8 to me. But to them, she will be considered high value. But on the look side, I wouldn't give her an 8. She's not even an 8. You know, she's not. She's not very exotic looking or none of that. You know, she's just a cute, regular Spanish looking woman. But based on her career, her accolades, she will be considered high value. Feel me? Oh, appreciate it, Go Professor. Appreciate the cash app, bro. Shout out to my brother Malika. And no matter what she accomplished in her life, right? She never stopped liking the dude that she liked. Now, that's fine and dandy. But when she found out what he did, that didn't stop her. Now, according to these guys, Ghost will not be a high value man because he's a drug dealer. He's a criminal. And to these guys, criminals are not high value men, even though criminals run this society. But that's for another show. So, according to these guys, a criminal is not a high value guy. So, why is Angela fucking with a criminal, a low level drug dealer, a 2-bit hustler, a dirtbag? Why would she be messing with him if he doesn't have any value to her? See, because they're basing the criteria on if Ghost is a high value man based on her criteria and what they think the type of guy she should mess with because of the things she's accomplished, which is silly, but that's the mindset. That's what's behind their talking points. So why was Angela infatuated with Ghost? Not because he was a drug dealer. You know why? And you know why she rolled out with him to the end? Because Ghost was a high value man. Because he was high value to himself first. And because he valued himself, that is what made him so attractive to Angela. See? Because he wasn't just the normal drug dealer. Angela could come home from work and talk about police shit with Ghost. See, he was a high value man because what he invested in himself, not what he did for her. You see? See, because Ghost didn't even become Ghost for Tasha. He didn't even become who he wanted to become for her. Remember, he had to be reunited with Angela. They didn't see each other since they were children, since they were young. So all them years, Tasha was riding and dying. Look at the shit that Tasha used to say about Ghost. Ghost, you selfish. All you think about is yourself. He invested in himself. That's why she loved his ass so fucking much. Because he didn't put her on the pedestal. He didn't take over New York fucking city drug trade so she could wear Balenciaga. And so she could be the top bitch when she walk in the spot and could be running around, running her goddamn mouth. See that? That's why she loved Ghost like that. She loved him so much she couldn't kill him. Remember? She couldn't kill Ghost. After all the shit he quote unquote put her through, you know he ain't put her through shit. She signed up for it. But she loved Ghost. Why? Because Ghost valued himself. Ghost valued himself. And because he valued himself first, everyone around him was able to reap benefit. But see, they didn't understand that. You see? Because see, women are naturally selfish. They're receivers. They're receivers. That's why they gotta receive a dude. That's why, you know, in the game, they say, she chose me, player. Why you mad at me? Because a woman is a receptor. She receives. So that's why she always will wonder why Ghost would never make it about her. But that's why she never left him. That's what made her stay. That's what made her serve him even more. See? See? And the things that she was able to enjoy because of her loyalty to Ghost. That's why she lived the life that she lived. See? See, these women be running around here acting like dudes a dude don't owe you nothing. You gotta earn that shit. Tasha earned the lifestyle she had, but she wanted more. She wanted some other shit that she didn't earn. See, you earned the bags and the condos and the penthouses and the Benzes and all of that. Why? Why? Because you took chances with me. You was down to take a charge. That's why. But that's all you get. You don't get things that come from my heart because you never touched that place. And that's what Angela did. See? See, it was about him. That's why at the end, in Power, why do you think everybody tried to kill Ghost? And what did everybody have the problem with Ghost? What did they say? He was selfish. He was self-centered. It was all about him. But if it wasn't about him, Tommy, you wouldn't be the distributor, nigga, if it wasn't about Ghost. Shout out to my brother Walt Diddy. He said, give yourself 100%. Teach, fam. Appreciate you. Salute. You see? If Ghost didn't make it about him, Tariq, you wouldn't live the life you live. Tasha, you wouldn't live the life you live. But see, nobody looks at that. Nobody looks at that. Nobody looks at that. Nobody looks at that part of it. Everyone just want to siphon off. They don't even look at what they already have because of you. They don't appreciate it. That's why in the end, Tasha was left with nothing. Because she was a greedy person. And she showed Ghost in the end that she only was loyal to get the shit that she had. She wasn't loyal to Ghost because of who he was. She was loyal to him because she used him as a utility. And this is what these guys, these are the women that these guys are advocating for. Because if we're high value men, we should not feel bad about being a utility because we can afford it. Right. Because we can afford it. So if you can afford it, what you complaining about? You see? That's the argument. Why you guys complaining? You must don't make enough money. You must don't have much. Sound just like the broads. Sound just like them. So high value to who? High value to who? Shout out to the bishop once again. Shout out to Bishop Brad Pill, man. He was just talking about Evelyn Lozada and Chad Ochocinco's relationship. Now, according to Chad's profile, he's a high value man. But he's high value too to Evelyn, to gynocrats. See? That's who he's high value to. See, he's not high value to himself, because if he was, he knew not to fuck with her. He would know not to fuck with her. So what if she's an 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever you want to call her? So what? So what? So that's the price of being a high value man? Is to fucking be destroyed? I have to protect myself every time I decide to sleep with a chick, because I'm a high value man. So I gotta draw up papers and come on, man. Come on, man. I gotta do all this shit. How about I just say fuck it? Because it's not worth it. The Evelyn Lazadas of the world are not worth it. They're not. And Chad is a high level guy. But he felt, but he expressed that after they broke up, he had to get therapy. He had to reprogram his mind after fucking with Evelyn. But this is what we should go through. We should work to aspire to go through this. Black men, there are plenty of high level black men, high value black men, but they're not valuable to themselves. They're valuable to the gynocracy. That's who they value belongs to. That's why these men who are of high value give it away to the Evelyn Lazadas, to the Kamora Lee Simmons, to the Lyra Galores, to the Gabrielle Unions. See? Because these brothers don't have no value in themselves. See, y'all not teaching that. See, you think because a nigga makes 6 figures, put a suit on, drive a nice car, and could speak well, that he values himself. No, he doesn't. What he does is he values his place and his image to other people. See? That's what he values. He doesn't value himself. That's why when these guys get away from these gynocrats, they tell you what they went through. Why you think 50 only fuck with Latinas now? He got away from the gynocracy. These gynocrats. Because they tried to destroy his life. His baby mothers tried to destroy his life. His first baby mother tried to destroy him, turned his son against him and everything. Tried to destroy him. Why? Because 50 became a high value man, according to who? Them. When he got in the rap industry and started making money, his value went up to his baby mother. So now now, nigga, you owe me. Let's work this shit out, nigga. I'm your baby mother. You was broke. Now you got money. So we need to talk about this. That's what these niggas is saying. These dudes are the girlfriends to these gynocrats. They're their girlfriends. Girl, I got you. Girl, you scared to tell him? I'ma go tell that nigga. That's it. That's them. That's them. That's them. That's them. That's them. So they come. So they come and shame black men because we don't want to continue being what we've been. That's what kills me. They act like black men are not already doing what they saying we need to do, and we've been doing. I don't get it. Shout out to my brother Malika again, man. He say beware and be aware of gynocratic gaslighting. Of course. And be aware of it not only from the gynocrat, but from the maggle. Because remember, the maggle is the mouthpiece of the gynocrat, of the strag, of the hyena. The maggle is her mouthpiece. So, brothers, if you are a high value man, understand you're a high value man for yourself first. Don't look at don't look at how much money you make a year and say, well, you know what, I could make 6 figures, so I could have any chick I want. That shows me you don't value yourself. That shows me that you actually work for women. You don't even work for yourself. Man, I make 6 figures. I could afford an 8. I could pay her bills. Shit, it ain't gonna hurt me. Yeah. That's why you stay over the road for extra hours and extra time. Stay on the road for a whole year and stack your money because you trying to pay for a broad. Because you trying to show off for a broad. Look what I got. Look at what I could do for you. Black men been doing this shit forever. Look at the 90s in the crack era. Niggas went and bought all them cars and all that jewelry to impress women. To make sure they had the baddest chick on the block. To make sure they chick came in the spot and looked and was one of the baddest chicks in the spot. That's why dudes did that. Men don't go buy Maseratis and shit because they like Maseratis. They know chicks like Maseratis. They know chicks like foreign cars. They know chicks like Rolexes. They know chicks love diamonds. Diamonds is a chick's best friend, right? We know that. So we gonna put one on. See, all of this is game. This is game. It's a game, by the way. See, the narrative that they're spitting is game. That's game. They're trying to gaslight you to make you feel like you're not good enough just so you could go do more to please someone other than yourself. That's why you got these black men that work their whole life and they just sit around and wither away as an old man and complain about how they did everything for everyone else their whole life but themselves. You got dudes who was truckers for 30 years, man, died miserable because he worked for everyone else. Worked for everyone else. And when he got sick, everyone just kept siphoning off him. Now you sick, so they control your money. What is wrong with black men not wanting to be like that no more? What is wrong with that? Because we saw our grandfathers go through that. We saw our great-grandfathers go through. They worked for everybody, but they died unhappy. That's why some of us can remember our grandfathers telling us to worry about yourself, to do you. That's why we can remember that shit. It's because they learned that later for neglecting themselves. Because their value wasn't for them. It was for her. It was for her. He made sure he went to work every day and brought home that goddamn check because he don't want to hear Bernadette motherfucking mouth. The last thing he want to do is hear her raise hell. So he gonna make sure he go to goddamn work. Rain, sleet, hell, or snow. Black men tired of living like that, man. Because that's a choice. That's a choice, man. That is a choice. And if you want to shame me for my choices, hey, who cares? Because black men have been putting their value into other people. This has been going on for too long. And it must stop. It has to. That's the only way shit will change. Shit is not going to change no other way. You see? So, brothers, value yourself. Your value is within you, it's for you. And because of your self improvement, you'll level up. The people who deserve it will reap benefit. See? If you're a man of good character, you'll make sure that you reward the loyal. See? That's if you're a man of good character. See? See, a woman has to earn what you do for her because you don't owe her nothing. See? Because what? You're the backbone of the family. So you don't owe her shit. And she don't owe you nothing because she don't have to fuck with you. But your value has nothing to do with her. How much money you make don't have nothing to do with your should have nothing to do with your broad. It never supposed to. You see? But if you've been down, you've been loyal, you've been riding. When I level up, you're gonna be there. You're gonna reap the benefit. But I don't owe you nothing. So whatever I decide to give you, it's because I decided to give it to you. See? It's coming from me. Has nothing to do with you. And when these guys is having this conversation, they're not they're they're not talking to men, they're talking at us. They're not speaking to us, they're talking at us. They're commanding us to do something. They have the spirit of the gynocrat, where they could just talk to black men any way they want. And dudes are supposed to fall in line And if you don't fall in line, I'm going to shame you and make you feel like shit for not doing what I want you to do. Because this is my world. And I want what I want. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. That's what we dealing with here, fellas. It's my party and I cry if I want to. See? So if you don't, I'm going to be mean to you. Like what? In the movie Problem Child, which is one of my favorite movies, by the way. 1, 2, I didn't really like 3. Problem Child is one of my favorite movies. But when he was at that little girl party, that little girl was a very spoiled, entitled, rich kid. You know, and Junior was the same way, except Junior, he, you know, his parents had money, but they were dysfunctional. He grew up, his parents were always arguing, going at it, and they would ignore him. That's why Junior was so bad. But when he went to the girl party, remember, she was being mean to him when he was just trying to participate and have fun with them. So that's when he fucked her party up. That's why he fucked her party up. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit of a lot of our women. You either do what I want or I'm going to make you feel like shit. I'm going to, I'm going to talk to you crazy, you know. I'm just going to make you very uncomfortable. Very. And this is the type of stuff I know Evelyn was doing with Chad. And then when Chad will respond like a man, she would say he's abusing her. I've had this done to me. So I know. They'll keep picking and poking, talking shit, keep being disrespectful, keep saying spiteful shit to you. And then as soon as you respond with saying some shit to them, now you're being abusive. Oh, why did you say that to me? You're not supposed to say that to me. But you could say what you want to me. See? This is what this is. Oh, you're not a man because a real man wouldn't do that. How you know what a real man is? Are you one? Are you one? So a real man just supposed to stand there and let you keep slapping him in his fucking face. That's what a real man would do because a real man could stand there and just take you slapping him. Because a real man is not supposed to feel humiliated even though he's being fucking humiliated. So he's not supposed to respond to being humiliated because real men don't have feelings. Real men don't feel humiliated. Real men don't feel embarrassed. Real men don't feel shown up. You know, little boys feel like that. You know, black men, you need to grow up and just take the abuse. Just accept the torture. But we've been accepting. We've been taking it. We've been taking it on the chin and what Charlemagne like to say, get in touch with our feminine side. Black men been doing it. Because if we wasn't, there'll be strong black families. See how they talking points is easily debunked? This is what happens when you're not dealing in logic. But of course, the red pill guys, we're just mad and we're gonna die alone, we don't have an end game, and we just want to complain. We're not trying to do anything, you know. So that's what it is. So understand when y'all hear this conversation of high value men, the criteria of you being high value is not based on you. It's based on what she thinks is high value. It's based on her. And I'm here to tell y'all, brothers, it's about you. Value yourself. Love yourself, man. Get in love. Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with yourself, man. Brothers gotta learn to start doing that shit. Fall in love with yourself. And when she see you start falling in love with yourself, a real woman will acquiesce. A gynocrat will buck against you. And that'll show you who you're really with. Because a real woman, when she sees a man who values himself, she'll value him more. Because then she knows that he's valuable. See, because remember what I told y'all. Women are naturally vain. They're vain. See? So you have to show her you have value before she can say you have value to her. You see? So shout out to y'all, man. Salute to everybody that's tuned in right now. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where y'all could donate. Salute to everybody that's in the building. I'm gonna go and see who donated so far. Y'all hit the links. Links is in the chat room. I'm gonna get my shout outs and then we gonna wrap this one up. So y'all hit the links, man. Hit the links. Shout out to King Fish for hitting the Cash App. He said keep blazing. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Shout out to the Underrated Darkness. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Jubiel. Appreciate you. Shout out to True Brew. Appreciate you. He say stop that, homie. Appreciate it. Shout out to Gold Professor. He say dropped in. Peace, God. Peace. Shout out to my brother Sosa. He say keep dropping that game. Oh, for sure. For sure, Sosa. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Y'all hit the links. Hit the links. He said keep dropping that game. Gotta keep doing that. You gotta have game to play the game. Period. Appreciate it, Underrated. Soul Shader said, treat yourself. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries in the building too. The Madam Mercenaries in the building too. Salute to y'all. He said, treat yourself like a king. Don't be afraid to call yourself a king to a woman and demand them to treat you as such. Yeah. Yeah. But see, once you treat yourself like that, you don't have to demand anything. You don't have to demand it. You don't. I learned that myself. Once you start valuing yourself and women start seeing you care about yourself more, they're gonna value you more. You know why? Because you become valuable to other women. Remember, we all know that men age differently from women. If a man keeps his health right, his vitality up, his looks, his clothes and shit like that, man, come on, man. Come on, man. I know dudes down south, 80 years old, man, smashing women their granddaughter's age, 35-year-olds, smashing 40-year-olds. They 70, 80 years old, still fucking. See? So when a woman see, oh, this nigga actually care about herself, so I'm gonna have to care about him because I know it's plenty of the women out here who wants to care for him, who wants to do things that he needs done for him. So let me make sure I cover all the bases because I don't want him to think about going to get someone else because I know he can. See, a lot of women be styling on dudes because they know that these dudes can't go out and get nobody else because they have no value. See, not only do they don't got two goddamn pennies to rub together, they don't have ambition. They're not getting up trying shit. They don't have any value. So they like, nigga, you only valuable to me. And a lot of these guys believe that. And this is on all levels. This ain't just dudes that don't have money. This is dudes that got bread too, who be slaves to these broads. You think they don't you think Jada and Delicious and these Gabrielle and them don't be telling these niggas, nigga, I only want your corny ass. So what, you rich? You get with one of these other bitches, they gonna take everything, nigga. All I want is half. All I want is 70%. Nobody wants your corny ass. You think bitches don't talk like that to these rich niggas? Hmm? You think they don't? They do. Because these dudes ain't got no value in themselves. They don't see no value in themselves. See, once they get the money and they start tricking and they start standing on their wallet and these women start treating them like trash, then they start seeing. Then you start hearing them in interviews. Oh, it ain't all about the money. It's about the love of the game and all that shit. I just love the music business. So you start hearing that. That's because they ass getting pillaged. Why you think Rick Ross left chicks alone? If he do fuck with a chick, it's a regular chick that he keep away from the media, that don't want to be in the media. She probably a regular broad. Like 50 other baby mothers. Because I think 50 got either 2 or 3 other baby mothers. And they all Spanish, Latinas. And they don't like being in the media. That's why he get along with them. That's why you see them. That's why you always see 50 with his other children. because he get along with the mothers. See? Because the mothers see value in him because 50 value himself. See? New York Classic TV, appreciate you. Shout out to the town, man. See? So be careful, man. Be careful, man, with these narratives, man, and definitely analyze and really digest what you listening to, brothers, before you know understand that value, self-improvement, being worthy. All of that stuff have to do with you, and it starts with you. Can't nobody give it to you. Can't nobody take it from you. You can't purchase it. Remember that, y'all. So salute to y'all once again. Shout out to True Brew for donating again, for hitting the Cash App. I appreciate it. Salute to everybody who donated through the super chat. Much love. This is DS1 Ross of Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we gotta heal before we build. We gotta heal before we build. See, the lack of self-worth and the fact that we don't value ourselves, that's a self issue that we have to correct before we try to go and build, out in this world and try to be important to everybody else but ourselves. Because we are our own agency. This is why it's important we value ourselves. Because we're our own agency. No one's here to help us. One love to the masculine mercenaries. Salute to the madam mercenaries. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.